It was much darker. I had to wash my face before I went out. Before I went out. My wife was shocked that I had the courage to go out like this. But
Good
come on.
evening, sir.
It's holy time. People would still recognize me. Hello, Vintu.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, Sernanjali. Shashi, come
Good
quickly.
evening.
Good evening, Simran. One thing after another kept me busy since quarter to six. I left home at 5:30, quarter to six. What for? To meet a student who is going to join the elementary course. I'm starting the new batch. She just didn't know the place, so she was standing near there, and I decided to go meet her. It was the third visit to that place, and she hadn't met me. Okay, she came today in the morning as well. I was in Rajgir with my daughter. She had her exams, so I decided to go and see her. And on the way, my bike, I saw the tire was flat. The back rear tire was flat. So that was one problem. I reached there, fine. A very interesting person I met, talked, and then I left, came back to the bike. Then there was another call that somebody is waiting at the school for to meet me. Went there again. Then I got a call about something bad, like some police case somebody I know got in. So I had to go get involved in that as well. Finally, it's 7 o'clock that I'm here. I was supposed to be at 6:30, but all these things kept me just busy. And didn't not none of these things were just, expected. They just hadn't happened. So, guys, what are we studying? We will have one more class tomorrow before we have holidays, okay? Hey. Well, it's Saturday tomorrow. Do we have a match? No match?
Yes, sir. Yes. No,
Then
it's on Sunday.
it's on Sunday. So we can
Yeah.
study tomorrow. This is my first meal. No, second meal. Second meal. Hmm. I had a bit of rice in the afternoon. Let's open the practice book. What is Ranveer doing? Call him. Call him. Ankit, go call him. Yeah. Past perfect and past simple. Complete the story with the verb forms in the boxes. Snow White and Rose Red. A long time ago, there were two young girls who lived with their mother in a tiny cottage in the woods. Come again. It's coming. A long time ago, there were two young girls who lived with their mother in a tiny cottage in the woods. We are using lived here, the past simple, not the past perfect. So many explanations we can give. One Hindi explanation fits perfectly here. जो रहती थी, a past fact, a past fact. When you talk about a past fact, then which tense will you use? Everybody, if you're talking about past fact, which tense will you use?
Past simple.
Past simple. Just like you use the present simple for a present fact. People believed the earth was a static. People believed, past tense, past simple, because it's a fact about the past. People believed that the earth was static. So here, two young girls who lived with their mother in a tiny cottage in the woods. Woods means an area of a lot of trees. Some English nouns are very funny. Use them in the singular form, they have one meaning. Use them in the plural form, they change their meaning. Manner means tarika. Manners means shishtachar. You don't have manners. All right. In a friendly manner means tarika, friendly tarike se. Talk to her in a friendly manner. Right? So manner has one meaning and manner is completely different. Shishtachar, wood, lakdi, woods, an area of a lot of trees. So there are so many such nouns where the singular has one meaning and the plural has a completely different meaning. I'm thinking that maybe the other day Shubhankar was asking, I can incorporate in my class when I talk about things like this, then why not dictate a small short list of a few more examples, right? So why not start now? I'll just give you guys a short list of nouns where the singular has one meaning and the plural has a completely different meaning. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, so guys, take down some nouns, okay, which will change their meaning completely in the plural form. The first word will be arm, A-R-M. We all understand what an arm is, right? But arms means weapons. Another word, air, A-I-R, air. But airs, plural, means behavior which is not natural, not normal. It's dikhava, like she has the airs of a princess. She has the airs of a, मतलब वो ऐसे बिहेव करती है जैसे राजकुमारी है. Wanna write the sentence itself? She has the airs of a princess. Next word,
So it also means broadcast, right?
airs. No, that is a verb. Then you are talking about a verb, not a noun. If a program airs, then it is available for you to watch on TV. Okay, so it's a verb then, not a noun in the plural form. It is a verb in the fifth form. S, go, goes, eat, eats, air, airs. When are
Yes.
you planning to air your show? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Next. Next word. Force. Forces. Forces. Force is simple. Force that we use a physical entity. Not what, don't know physical or what. We study it in physics, right? Force. But forces, people who work in the defense forces, they're called forces. Okay. Goods, common. Goods. Damages. Damage means you all understand something that is bad to something. Damage, harm. Damages means the compensation money. Who will pay the damages? Who will pay the? Yeah. Very interesting. Content and contents. Content and contents. Let's understand. Children should not be allowed to watch 18 plus content. Right? But contents means what is inside. The contents. Okay. Inside. What is inside? That's contents. Singular means subject matter, right? 18 plus content means 18 plus subject matter. Okay. And content means things which are inside. Contents. Authority and authorities. Authority and authorities. Authority is normally authority is uncountable because we are talking about an abstract noun. You don't have the authority to do this. You don't have the authority to do this. Okay. But authorities are people, officials. Authorities are is not coming talking to the press. Okay. So authorities are always people. Authority noun as well. Yes, table of contents. That's right, Priya. Color means you understand, right? Color, right? Color, simple. But colors can also mean the flag, the identity. Colors, okay? Colors can mean flag and identity as well. That's all. That's quite a bit. There are quite a few more. Return and returns. Return, what comes back? Return, okay. And returns means those profits or reports, returns. So you file the income tax returns, right? How interesting now that S can change the meaning so much. Spirit, soul, spirits, alcohol. So spirits, alcohol, alcoholic drinks, spirits. Work is a very common noun that you need to understand. Work, matlab काम. लेकिन works means creations. Works means creations. Respect is an abstract noun. Other, izzat. But respects means greetings. Understand? Respects. Paper material, papers, documents. Pain, suffering. Pains, special efforts. Fine. Let's move on. In a tiny cottage in the woods, wood and woods, of course. Wood means lakri and woods means an area of a lot of trees. So there are quite a few nouns which can change their meaning quite a bit when they are in the plural form. Next. Their father had died. Now, why are we going with the past perfect?
Because father died 5 years old.
When they were young, their father had died when they were. We are referring to a moment in time in past who lived. But now we are going back in the past of that past and saying their father had died when they were young. And the family were now very poor. Snow White had blonde hair and she was quiet and shy. What is the word there? She
enjoyed helping her mother.
She enjoyed helping her mother with the housework. She enjoyed helping her mother with the housework. The preposition with is very important there. Hindi speakers will think of the word in. घर के काम में. In the housework. Okay? That sounds more relatable. In the housework, घर के काम में. But the right preposition with help is with.
Helping with something.
So the girls, Snow White enjoyed helping her mother with the housework. Dark-haired Rose Red. Okay, that's why her name was Snow White, because she had blonde hair. Blonde means golden white hair, right? And there was another girl, Rose Red. She had dark hairs. Dark-haired Rose Red. Not hair's hair. Dark-haired. We are using this as an adjective. Dark-haired, long-legged, pink-lipped, big-eyed. Okay, so we can use body parts as verb with ed form as an adjective. Long-legged girls, pink-lipped girls. Understand? Now we are describing their quality, physical quality with these words. We are using them as an adjective. These words are adjectives. So, want to take down some more words? Dark-haired, long-legged. Come on, add these words right there on the page somewhere. Pink-lipped, full-lipped, thin-lipped, to describe someone. Black-eyed, blue-eyed. No, because height is not body part. We are talking about the body part here, if you noticed. Right. Now, do we use these things as identity of people? Please think. You guys are giving examples, but you're not using your common sense. You understood what I taught, but then you got so overwhelmed with what I said that you are not even using a common sense. Do you ever describe someone about with this with the size of their ears? Normally you say blue आंखों वाली, बड़े बड़े आंखों वाली, right? है ना? बात समझ में आ रही है? So that's why I'm giving these examples.
Like short hair, long
Right,
hair boy.
right. ठीक है. So yes, you can use the body parts with ed as adjectives. लेकिन उसमें एक एडजेक्टिव पहले ही रहता है. Blue eyed, black haired, right? Dark haired, rose red. अब बताइए गोल चेहरे वाली लड़की कैसे बोलेंगे? हाँ, राउंड फेस्ड.
Round.
ओके. हार्ट शेप्ड. हाँ, बाद में इधर से और इसी तरीके से और भी कर सकते हैं. ठीक है. ओके, फाइन. Dark haired, rose red. Number two. What did you write there? Four. What? Inherited.
Yeah.
Received from the father, from the mother. Inherited means received from the father, from the mother. Inheritance, inherited. These are all related words. Inherit is a verb. Inherited, the V2, V3. And the V3 works as an adjective too. Okay, inherited. And inheritance is the noun, things that you inherit. Those things are called inheritance. Okay. So inheritance basically is an abstract noun. Okay. Understand that. Inheritance, something that you inherit. Okay.
Sir,
So, yes.
but there is not the option is there in the box. Inherit.
What is not the option?
There is written had inherited.
Just a second. I will come to that. My point was about the word inherit. I'm not talking about the structure, which tense will be right. I am not giving my verdict on that. Dark haired, rose red, inherited or had inherited her father's personality. So again, you have here to choose from one of the options, right? And you do not have the word inherited, you have had inherited. So of course you will go with had inherited. And it makes sense as well why you should say had inherited, because again, you are going back when she was born, she had those things, okay? So she had inherited her father's personality. She loved to be outside in the woods. She loved to be outside in the woods. Okay. अब आप देखें शी हैड इनहेरिटेड. इनहेरिट का जो काम हुआ वो कब हुआ? इस जो कहानी बता रहे उसके पहले शुरू किए, उसके पहले, और उसी कहानी को आगे बढ़ा रहे. शी लव टू बी आउटसाइड इन द वुड्स. सो हैड इनहेरिटेड इज करेक्ट, शुभांकर.
Yes.
One cold dark winter's night. One cold dark winter's night. There was a knock at the door. One cold, dark winter's night, summer's evening. Understand? Like that. Winter's night, there was a knock at the door. Always observe phrases. Dark winter's night. If you see winter's night here, and tomorrow, if you have to write somewhere, you have to choose between a summer evening or a summer's evening, then it should be easy for you just because of this. That, oh, I read winter's night. So it should be summer's evening. One cold, dark winter's night, there was a knock at the door. Rose red opened it to find a bear outside. To find a bear outside. Yeah, we don't pronounce it a beer, okay? All my childhood, I pronounced it beer. Beer means bhalu. But then as an adult, I learned that we shouldn't pronounce this word as beer. We should pronounce it as bear.
Sir, can you tell me what is the purpose of this infinitive here?
Very good. You always ask questions which only language learners should ask. She opened it to find a bear outside. He is asking, Shubhankar is asking. When you have students like Shubhankar in the class, it's your good luck. Why? Because he asks very pertinent questions. Pertinent means questions which can help you, not waste of time questions. Why are we using to find here? What's the pattern here? She opened it to find a bear outside. So 2 plus V1 to find here is the result of that action. She opened it and found a bear outside. Is that right? She opened the door and found a bear outside. She opened it to find a bear outside. So Shubhankar, I'm trying to help everybody here with you. To find here is the result of opening. So there in so many sentences in English, you will see this pattern. Let me give you a few more examples. I was very excited about the cinema, about the party, not the cinema. I was very excited about the party, but I went there to find just the same typical menu that we eat everywhere else. Okay, so I went there to find. It means what happened? I went there and found again. Okay. So more sentences. He grew up to become a very young, attractive gentleman. Okay. He grew up to become, okay. Yes. So things like this, you will often find 2 plus V1 for result. What happened as a result? Rose read, opened it to find a bear outside. She was frightened. She was frightened. But the bear told her not to be afraid. But the bear told her not to be afraid. The bear said, don't be afraid. The bear told her not to be afraid. Now you become the bear in your head. Imagine you are the bear. What will you say to that girl? Don't be afraid. Imagine you are there and you're listening to the conversation. The girl opens the door and she's frightened. What do you think the bear says? The bear told her not to be afraid. So the bear says, don't be afraid. This is what the bear will say. Don't be afraid. So these are the words coming out of the mouth of the bear and how it has been reported here. The bear told her not to be afraid. Mother said, don't go out. Now tell me. Mother told me not to go out. Easy? Father said, don't trust strangers. Don't trust strangers. My father told me not to trust strangers. Not to trust strangers. The bear told her not to be afraid. 6. He
had lost food.
He had lost his way in the wood. He had lost his way in the wood. He had lost his way in the wood. He had
Lost.
Okay, जब वो बोल रहा होगा, अब just you are listening to the conversation. Bear बोलेगा he और bear बोलेगा I और आगे क्या बोलेगा?
I had lost. I lost.
आप न्यूज देते हैं किसी को, उसने
I
मैंने
lost.
बताते हैं तो आप प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट में न्यूज बताएंगे। वो न्यूज दे रहा है बेर उसको, सुनो ना हम रास्ता भुला गए हैं। आई हैव लॉस्ट माई वे इन द वर्ड। आई हैव
Lost my way.
I have lost my way in the world. Who is saying this line?
Bear.
The bear. Now, how is this line being reported? He told the girl he had lost his way in the wood. He had lost his way in the wood. Now, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times you need to do this. Read this line and think exactly what the bear said. The bear said, I have lost my way in the wood. And we are saying, the story writer, The bear said that he had lost his way in the wood. तो जब ऐसे पढ़ाई करते हैं तो रूल्स पढ़ने का प्रेशर घट जाता है। मैं क्लास 6-7 में क्यों नहीं पढ़ा रहा रिपोर्टेड स्पीच? अभी अपने स्कूल में नहीं पढ़ा रहा। आई डिडंट टीच रिपोर्टेड स्पीच। Maybe in some schools, children are studying reported speech in class 6. And some parents might start to lose heart. मेरा बचवा का टेंस अभी ये सब नहीं पढ़ा रहे। तो बस इतनी सी बात यही है। वो पढ़ा रहे कि ऐसे ऐसे लिखो, तुम उतारो, तुम रटो, जिसका दिमाग तेज है वो समझा, बाकी गए। ओके, नोबडी केयर्स अबाउट देम। वो फिर आएंगे 11th-12th में, फिर से पढ़ेंगे रिपोर्टेड स्पीच नरेशन। तो एक होता है फॉर्मेलिटी के लिए कोई काम करना, फॉर द सेक ऑफ इट, और एक होता है रिजल्ट के लिए काम करना, रिजल्ट आएगा, आपका तरीका बदल जाए। तो बिकॉज आई कुड सी दैट द स्टूडेंट्स इन माय क्लास इन क्लास 6 could not appreciate tense very well. And if someone is not confident about tense and you are teaching them reported speech, you are wasting your time and their time. It's like teaching someone multiplication when they are not even sure of how to do addition. It's like teaching somebody division when they do not even know how to do subtraction and multiplication. You know, these things will be used when you are doing division, right? Similarly, if somebody is studying narration, reported speech, and they're not confident, again, they know a little bit is not enough. They must be fully confident about the use of tenses. Only then reported speech can be grasped. Otherwise, it will be a superficial understanding of ये वाला इसमें चेंज आता है, ये वाला इसमें चेंज आता है, that's it. So I'm giving you guys, because I know you guys understand tenses much better than those students in class 6 because you have been practicing differently. What was the sentence? The bear told her not to be afraid. He had lost his way in the wood and just needed to get warm. The bear needed to get warm. He needed to get warm. The girls let him in. The girls let him in. The girls were very polite. The girls let him in. Let him in. In which form is the verb let? What is the form of the verb let?
Second form.
It is the second form. Let is in the second form. And I don't know why only Shubhankar answered first. I was expecting everybody to say the second form because it is the past story. So it cannot be any present tense for sure. And in the past, you have 3-4 options. Which one does it look like? Because you have no helping verb here. There's no was verb, there's no had. So clearly it is the second form. The girls let him in. लड़कियों ने उन्हें उसे अंदर आने दिया. Why don't you let me in? हिंदी. ठीक है. Why don't you let me in? The girls let him in, and the bear sat down by the fire. Do we have the word sat or something else?
No, lay
Lay down.
lay
Okay. Lie is the verb, and the V2 is lay. Lie. V2 is lay. The bear lay down by the fire. Lie means letna. Okay, lie down on the bed. You'll feel better. Lie means letna. Lie down on the bed. You'll feel better. So V2 of lie is lie. Yes. And V2 is lay. Lie, lay. So where were they? The bear lay down by the fire every night. कई रात मैं बिस्तर पे पड़ा, बस आंखें खोल के सीलिंग देखता रहा. Many nights I lay in bed staring at the ceiling. Many nights I Lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. So lay means the V2 of lie. Lay down by the fire. By the fire means near the fire. Every night for the rest of the winter. Every night. Harsh, Sparsh and Iksha. Have you guys already studied narration, reported speech in your school?
Yes, sir.
Which class? In which class did you study that?
Sir, in six, the first edition, not well advanced. Now in class 7, we have studied it in good edition.
I know what you mean. Okay, every night for the rest of the winter, the bear,
Visited.
every night for the rest of the winter, from that day onwards, for the rest of the winter, the rest of the winter, for the rest of the winter, the bear. Why do I repeat the phrases? Because that's how you're supposed to learn. You're supposed to learn the rest of the winter. The rest of the winter. The rest of the winter. Every night for the rest of the winter, the bear
Visited the family.
visited the family. And they grew to like him. They grew to love him. They grew to love him. Now, here is another phrase, grow to do something. Grow to do something right now. Grow to do something. To start doing something slowly and slowly. Grow to do something. Now, there is, फंसाने के लिए बहुत आसान है. Grow के बाद up लगा दो, meaning totally changes. Okay? Grow up to do something means, so you grew up to hit me. All right. इसलिए बड़े हुए हो, ताकि मारने के लिए बड़े हुए हो, ऐसा हो जाएगा. Grow up to hit me. Okay? वो totally suppose a son with his own parents, so the parents can shout this sentence in out of frustration. You grew up to hit us. We have raised you to hit us. Like that. वो ग्रो के बाद अप लगाते के साथ मीनिंग चेंज, तो इसीलिए कहते हैं याद करने का कोई फायदा नहीं है. इतनी चीज याद करने की पॉसिबल नहीं है ह्यूमन माइंड के लिए. इन लैंग्वेज you can only develop a feel for the language, and with time a few years, like 4 or 5 years, is more than enough to do this. Okay, but again, if you try to memorize stuff, even 15 years is not enough. They grew to love him. Grow to do something means to do something slowly and slowly. It doesn't happen all of a sudden, incrementally. Okay, so they grew to love him. They grew to love him means धीरे धीरे उनको वो अच्छा लगने लगा, उनको उससे प्यार हो गया. Him here refers to the bear. They grew to love him. At first I ate sandwich. I didn't like it, but I grew to like it. I grew to, it means slowly and slowly I developed a liking for it. So you grow to do something, it means you start to like it over time. It doesn't happen all of a sudden. They grew to love him. Summer arrived. ये सब भाषा लिटरेचर में ज्यादा यूज होती है, इस तरह की जो यहाँ स्टोरी लिखा है. Okay, this is why we should read all sorts of things. We should read literature, classic stories, in English literature, so that we know what is not used in conversation but exists there when you are reading literature, and it is more suitable for that kind of thing. We call it register in English, word register. There are so many words. Some words are particularly for this kind of use, for that kind of use, different words with the same meaning though. Okay. So this is why we should read all sorts of stuff. And school syllabus does cover everything. Okay, up to class 10th, if you read, your books will have some fictional stories, some essays where you see some more formal words. Then there will be some humorous stories. All sorts of things you will find in your literature books. But the problem is nobody studies them that sincerely. Summer arrived, and the bear said he had to leave. So, Beta, Sparsh, and Iksha, you guys will tell me, what did the bear say? What were the words of the bear?
The bear said that he have to leave.
No. You don't even understand what I'm asking. The bear said he had to leave. Now, what were the words of the bear? You can clearly see the sentence written here. The bear said he had to leave.
The bear said, I have to leave now.
Yes, Iksha. The bear said, I have to leave now. Okay, the bear said, I have to leave. And what is the sentence here? The bear said that he had to leave. A wicked dwarf can be used for people who are very small size, but it is not a nice word to refer to them. Okay, the word dwarf should not be used to refer to someone who does not grow up to achieve normal height. Okay, there are people who stay 3 feet or 2.5 feet tall, they do not grow taller than that. We should not refer to them with the word dwarf. Short height, that's it. That's polite language. Okay, if you refer to them as dwarf, some people may take offense. So where were we? A wicked dwarf had tried to steal his treasure the summer before. A wicked dwarf had tried to steal his treasure the summer before. Imagine the bear telling this story to the girls. Now, what are the words of the bear, everybody? A wicked dwarf
Have
has tried
A wicked dwarf
to
has
steal
tried
my treasure last summer.
someone
Yes. This is what the bear will say. Remember, everybody, practice now. A wicked dwarf has tried to steal my treasure
last
last
summer.
summer. Last summer. And now the storyteller is talking about what the bear said. The bear said, a wicked dwarf had tried to steal his treasure the summer before. Last summer became the summer before, the night before, the month before. And he had to go and guard it. He had to go and guard it. He had to go and guard it. Now, again, imagine what the bear said. His words, the words of the bear.
I have to go and
I have
guard
to
it.
go and guard
I
it.
have to go and guard it.
have to go to
I
guard
have
my
to
treasure.
go and guard it. And compare it with the sentence here. Compare with the sentence here. You had to go and guard it. Yes, you go ahead. Ask me.
I have to go to garden.
Very good. I like it when you guys ask me questions like this. Okay. Look, in colloquial English, 2 plus V1 sometimes is replaced by and. For example, try to keep quiet, children. Try and keep quiet, children. I'll try and come. I'll try and come, which is the same as I'll try to come. Sometimes, not everywhere. You can do this, okay? Especially with the word try is very common. Very common. And that's why people who say try and, and they say it very casually and it sounds like try now. I'll try and come. I'll try and come. So there is a word now people say teach, try now. Try now. Gonna, wanna, try now. These are slang words now. Okay, try now. Try to, try now. Trying to come. Trying to come means try to come. Again, more casual, more common in American English. Try now. So try to do. I have to go and guard it. I have to go to guard it. Okay, exactly. Sit and study. Sit to study. Similar. Okay, yeah. बैठ जाओ पढ़ने के लिए. Come on, sit and study. Sit to study. So in some cases, to can be replaced with the word and. How funny, isn't it? Okay. He had to go and guard it. A few days later, when the girls were walking in the forest, a few days later, when the girls were walking in the forest, they met a dwarf
Door.
whose beard was caught in a tree. whose beard was whose beard was caught in a tree. So the bear is bear, yeah, beard. Yeah, guy? Beard, yeah, whose beard was caught in a tree. Whose beard was caught in a tree. Very funny. A dwarf whose beard is caught in a tree. The girls,
Cut him.
Cut him free.
the girls did what?
Cut him.
Cut him free.
Cut him free. The girls cut him free. The girls cut him free. Cut him free. The girls cut him free. Free is an adjective here. Free is a verb too. Okay. But I will free you. I will free you. Free is a verb. Free is an adjective too. Something is free. It doesn't cost anything. Okay. So the girls cut him free. I polished the shoes bright, shiny. Okay. I washed the room clean. I washed the room clean. मैंने धो के रूम को साफ कर दिया. Okay. I washed the room clean. I washed the room and clean as a result. Okay. So the girls cut him free. Cut him means cut the beard, of course, not the dwarf. The girls cut him free. But the dwarf just shouted at them for cutting his beautiful beard. Instead of being grateful, he started shouting at the girls. He shouted at them for cutting his beautiful beard. Girls, silly girls, you cut my beautiful beard. They met the dwarf many times that summer. Okay. And he was always rude. Then one day, when they saw him, if you read English literature, one of the bad qualities they will show is not arrogance, will be rudeness. And even today, British people take a lot of pride in being polite. And politeness also means being a little reserved, not interfering unnecessarily. So most people in London, in England, they say it is a good quality to be polite, to not interfere unnecessarily, to be respectful. They value these qualities more. But in our culture, I think humility is more important than politeness. There is a small difference. You're polite, you're just being respectful to the person. Humility means not thinking of yourself as someone special. Arrogance is the opposite of humility. Ravan was arrogant. Ram in that story is shown to stand at his feet when he's dying. Ram is so humble. A man who kidnapped his wife, he killed that man. He is about to die and he's breathing his last, and Ram stands by his feet. Okay. And he says, share your knowledge, give me some gyan, So that is humility, not politeness. You understand? Politeness is in the way you communicate with someone. And humility is the way you think of yourself. If you think of yourself as someone very special with some special abilities, then you are not very humble. Okay. Arrogance, just like Ravan thought. Okay, he was, I am so and so, I can do this and that. So he was arrogant. In Indian philosophy and these mythological stories or whatever stories you call them, in these stories, the quality that they uh, frown on upon and they do not want you to have is arrogance. But in these cultures, you will notice that arrogance and humility is not main theme. The main theme is politeness, how you talk. This man was rude. The dwarf was rude. He did not appreciate the help he received from the girls. He was not grateful to them. Instead, he shouted. The girls met him many times that summer, and he was always rude. So you're teaching children that it is important to be polite. You're associating rudeness to bad characters in the story. Next. Then one day when they saw him, he
He looked
Right.
looked
terrified.
very terrified. He looked very terrified. Very नहीं है, he looked terrified. Because terrified में अपने आप very का sense है. Some adjectives carry the feeling of very in themselves. So using the word very is unnecessary. If it was afraid, then of course you could say very afraid. Frightened, then you could use very frightened. But terrified means very afraid, very frightened, very scared. So no need to use very.
Sir,
He
we
looked,
we can use also same.
we can also use same. What do you mean?
Yeah, he seemed very terrified.
Very do not use very, Iksha. Terrified itself is enough.
He seemed terrified.
Okay, yeah, we can. He looked terrified. He seemed terrified. But again, when you observe a few things, not just with your eyes and with the face, with other things, then you use the verb see. In Hindi, दिखना and प्रतीत होना थोड़ा सा फर्क हो जाता है, हल्का सा. अगेन नुआंस का फर्क है, क्या ही बता सकता हूं इस पे, महसूस करने की चीज है. ओके, somebody looks handsome or seems handsome, कुछ भी बोल रहा है. सोच के देखना. ओके, somebody looks sad and seems sad as well. Okay, understand? But again, he seems confident. He looks confident. Both are possible. Again, it's not like you can use either or. But sometimes one sounds better. And again, ये सब चीजें धीरे धीरे ही आती हैं. वो लोग जो आते हैं जो एकदम इंग्लिश में साधारण होते हैं, साधारण साधारण मेरा polite word यूज कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पे, मतलब those who do not feel very good about this language, they don't really feel they know this language well, उनको अब ये क्या फर्क बताएंगे? ये फर्क बताने की चीज है ही नहीं. बस इतना समझिए, आंखों से आप गौर कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, बाकी और भी सेंसेस काम कर रहे हैं आपके, महसूस का ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हैं, तो आप सीन के साथ जाइए. देयर इजंट लाइक a huge difference, और huge difference बताना is very easy. But when the difference is of the shade only, the color is still the same, then it's quite difficult. The sharper your eyes, the more easily you can catch the difference in the shade. Give me a second. Hello. Hello, I can't hear you. Call me back again. I can hear you now. Yeah. नमस्ते नमस्ते, कैसे हैं? बहुत ज्यादा ही बैग पैक करता. अच्छा अच्छा, कितने उसके कपड़े गए हैं उसके पास? अच्छा, उसका पूरा बैग ही चलाया है. तो अभी नैया में ही है ना कि पहुंच गया जगतपुर? अच्छा अच्छा, तो बैग भी जगतपुर पहुंच गया होगा. हमने सोचा नहीं था कि ये गलती से हो सकती, नहीं तुम चेक करते. जी, कोई कोई नहीं, खाली एक ही प्रॉब्लम होगी कि वो घर जाता तो उसकी मम्मी धोती. अभी वो थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम हो गया है, बाकी सब कोई दिक्कत नहीं, बता दीजिएगा. बहुत बढ़िया, कोई कोई खास. हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, कोई बात नहीं, बता देंगे उन्हें. जी जी, ठीक है. ठीक है, bye. He carried the bag of Karan and Bhim and Karan. They had all his clothes, their clothes. Quite a few, the whole bag. Okay, so yeah, where were we?
He looked terrified.
He looked terrified. He said he
Had run miles.
He had
he had run
run.
miles to escape from a dangerous bear. Okay, again, he said, who said? The bear said he had run miles. The dwarf, sorry. The dwarf said he had run miles to escape from a dangerous bear. Now, guys, you have to tell me what exactly the dwarf said. What were his words?
The dog said
He
that
had run
I had
miles
to
to
run
escape from.
from a
That mat bolo,
and
that mat bolo. When you are talking, Iksha, when you are talking about somebody's exact words, you don't use the word that. You use inverted commas to refer to somebody's exact words. Okay? When you are quoting means somebody's words, you use the inverted comma, not that. So now tell me, Iksha, what exactly did the dwarf say?
I had to run for miles from a very dangerous bear.
One more time.
Yeah, that he said that he said
Feel
I
that
had
Modi.
he said I had to run for miles to escape from a dangerous bear.
Okay, right. Now he said he had to run miles to escape from a dangerous bear. So in the exact words, the bear's words will also be the same. I have to run miles to escape from a dangerous bear. Then the girl's friendly bear appeared. Arrived. Appeared. Then the girl's friendly bear appeared. The girl's friendly bear. Okay, girls friendly bear. The girls. अच्छा वो girls देखना कैसे लिखा है? GIRLS apostrophe. Okay. ये है plural का possession. सिंगुलर का possession apostrophe S. प्लूरल का possession S apostrophe. प्लूरल में सिर्फ apostrophe. गर्ल्स एक होता है एक लड़की का GIRL apostrophe S. लेकिन एक से ज्यादा लड़की GIRLS गर्ल्स. अब इस पे apostrophe लगा देंगे, काम चल गया. ठीक है लग. The girl's friendly bear appeared. The dwarf begged him to eat the girls, not him. The dwarf begged him to eat the girls, not him. Think of ungratefulness. The dwarf begged the bear to eat the girls, not him. He said, please don't eat me. I beg you. Please eat these girls. Okay. But the bear hit him.
It shows that how much the dwarf is selfish.
The dwarf was, it shows how selfish the dwarf was. बोलने का तरीका इच्छा. It shows how selfish the dwarf was.
It shows that how much selfish the dwarf was.
फिर दैट हमेशा आ जाता है तुम लोगों का. दैट बहुत रोक के रखो. कुछ ही जगह पे जरूरत है दैट की. इट शोज हाउ सेल्फिश द डॉग वॉज. इसके बीच में दैट नहीं चाहिए. ग्रामेटिकल एरर कहलाते हैं ये. इट शोज हाउ सेल्फिश द डॉग वॉज. रिपीट फॉर 4-5 times. Develop a habit slowly and slowly.
Sir, can we use show up instead of appeared here?
Absolutely. That's casual. Less literary. Okay. In literature, you will more often see appear than show up or turn up. The dwarf begged him to eat the girls, not him. Character sketch बोल रहा था मैं ना. अभी आ जाए इस कहानी को पढ़ने के बाद कि write the character sketch of the dwarf. Write the character sketch of the bear. Write the character sketch of the girls. This story is in short, right? But if it was in detail, then you could add more. Even now, you can write a few things, right? How the characters are different from each other. So mention the events and through the events talk about the qualities of that character. This is how we write character sketch. Was there a question on writing a character sketch or not? Lucky. Okay. Normally there will be. Okay. There are questions about writing the character of a, describe the character, write the character sketch. Okay. The dwarf begged him to eat the girls, not him, but the bear hit him with his big paw and killed him. Killed him. Violence. Killed him. Suddenly, there was no bear, just a handsome prince. The prince explained how the dwarf had stolen his treasure. The prince explained how the dwarf had stolen his treasure and turned him into a bear. Now the dwarf was dead and the spell was broken. Snow White married the prince, and Rose Red married his brother, and they all lived happily ever after. If you go a little before, I don't know. I mean, in the past, one guy could marry two girls, so it would have been fine if Snow White and Rose Red both had married the bear, the prince.
Handsome prince.
Yeah, the handsome prince. They all lived happily ever after. Question answers, do we have? No. Next page will be homework for tomorrow. I'm putting it in the group. Sentences. Guys, I did not read your sentences. It is 8:05 already because our class was cut short. And I'm supposed to read your text here that you have shared with me. I'll do that tomorrow on Saturday. Tomorrow will be our last class. And then we will have a long holiday for Holi. So let's meet tomorrow, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
sir.
Bye-bye.